Hi, everybody. A very good morning, good afternoon. I'm Joshin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of I'm Decor Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions, where we have huge creations and collection of lamps, mirrors, consoles. We have semi-precious stone items like agate. We have coasters, citron. Tables. We have obsidian tables and stuff. We have rose quartz. There's furniture available in it. We have corporate gifting items, and we have interesting furniture, which is center tables and consoles, which are inspired for and from the international market as well. And my thought share is like every day. I thought first I'm going to keep it a weekly thing, but I think there's so much to share and talk about. Is on enthusiasm, and I remember somebody asking me, "Where do you get this much of energy to do so many things and stuff?" And my answer was that, it's not like I don't get tired. It's not like I don't feel bored sometimes. It's not like that. I don't want to take a breather or a break. Sometimes I've had erratic hours of sleeping because I was on medicines and stuff, and my whole, so-called sleeping pattern has got disrupted because of that and stuff. And I'm kind of trying to get back to the normal, but then I take it as it comes. I believe it's good to be flexible. You can sleep whenever you want, you can wake up whenever you want and stuff, so you're not stuck, and you're not in one frame of how you feel and how you wake up and you sleep and stuff like that. So um, I also realize that it takes a lot of energy, and it takes enthusiasm and a drive to have to do whatever you're wanting to do and everything. So, like today when I woke up, I wanted to be in the office and stuff. So I was like, let me be in the office. And I took out my task list and I see there's not much to do. I mean, there's not enough that I need to be in the office and stuff. So I'm going to do it from where I am, wherever I'm comfortable, because at the end of the day, I have to kind of get into this action mode and finish off whatever I'm kind of setting my, you know, my eyes on and my hands on my computer and stuff. So I'm doing this share on enthusiasm. So what is it that makes dreams come true? What is it that keeps you going? What is it that pushes you forward, propels you forward and stuff? So a lot of people have this thing about FOMO. I had it sometimes as well when I was in the hospital, and I was not attending meetings and stuff like that. But then I took it in my stride that okay, here's a message from the universe to slow down and recover and stuff. And now I'm kind of back on the move, but on certain days I do have certain symptoms of my health. And it's surprising to see, even in a coffee shop that I was, there's a girl who's just 17, there's another boy who's 24, there's another person who's 30s. They've got this neck cervical thing, so you have to be very careful about your posture and stuff like that. And the driving force, which I realize, is to not look at the sadism, to not look at the sad stories, but to kind of look forward to what you have in front of you, and what is it that you have to do today. We go in our heads planning the future. We like to take it as it comes. We go with the flow and stuff like that. A lot of people can't do that. But the point is that if you make a conscious decision to kind of backtrack and take it easy and live in the present moment, and focus on what you have to do in front of you, it helps you multiply your energy even better. So this is a interesting read. It's a useful read. It's actually by Napoleon Hill. It's one of the great books that I've read, and it's talking about enthusiasm. How can enthusiasm affect you? So I think I've shared this before, but I'll do it again. Enthusiasm mixed with your work and with your creative ideas will not make your task or your work look monotonous. Enthusiasm will definitely energize your body, and it is going to kind of give you the necessary kick that you require, even with less half the usual amount of sleep. And at the same time, not having to sleep at times enable you to perform 2 or 3 times much better over a period of time without even fatigue and stuff. And I believe in this. I follow this as well. They've been days, or there's been this spell in my career where I've like really been to office like everybody else at the same time, come back at the same time and stuff. And I was loving it, and I was making the best use of the environment and everything in my work and stuff. And after that, after the change that I've had, where I've kind of started doing my own stuff, and when you connect and meet up with other people, you realize that there is no one way to doing things. You have to be flexible, you have to be kind of open to new stuff, you have to be open to new people. And of course, as human beings, we do repel people. Say for example, if I go to an office and somebody doesn't like me and I don't like them, it doesn't mean that I have to push myself to become friends with them and stuff, because there are always people who are attracted to you. So this is about energies as well. So they say that it's better to focus on people who are coming to you rather than who are getting you in a bad spot, who are getting your who are getting your negative emotions out and stuff like that. It's not a very healthy or a safe zone to be in, but it doesn't mean that you have to have an escapism attitude. You can always be a party to environments and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to be there. You may not like it, and sometimes the situations or environments may just turn around the way you don't even expect. But the point is not letting it bog you down. Come back, kind of work on yourself, and they say polish yourself or look after yourself and stuff. So the authors shared this. He says enthusiasm is merely not a figure of speech. It is actually a vital force, something which is more valuable than money and everything, because it helps you to have energy and the acumen to move forward with the gut and instinct, and you can use it with profit. And if you're going to look at yourself as an electric battery which is discharged, you're not able to do the work and stuff. So resting is equally important, and kind of taking care of how you're feeling and stuff is important. So he also says that like in business, a lack of capital and many other circumstances do not allow many of your dreams and ideas to push forward. So it's very important to kind of have an immediate control on how you're feeling and stuff. And enthusiasm doesn't just come alone from planning, it doesn't come from just thinking. It actually comes from translating your aims into realities, and mixing enthusiasm with your plans and stuff. Sometimes you don't even have plans. So certain days you just wake up and you're like, okay, what is it that I have to do, and there's nothing else to do today. Okay, so take it easy, relax, enjoy and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with you. There's certain times when creative people or intellectual people feel that way and stuff. So understand how you're feeling and stuff, and then focus on what makes you kind of want to get back on track and stuff. They're also saying that happiness is the final object of all human effort. It is a state of mind that can only be maintained through the hope of future achievement. Happiness lies always in the future and never in the past. However, I disagree with this. I think happiness lies in the present, and a happy person is someone who has dreams of heights of achievement that are yet unattained. So many people, they think in their 30s, they think in their 40s, they think in their 50s, we've done enough. And I know so many people from my school and college days who are writing themselves off and saying, you know what, we bought a property, we bought a house, we don't want to do any work and stuff. But the point is this: what is it? What is the advantage of the brain? I mean, have you been given a brain to sit on your seats and just enjoy the money? It's okay to take a breather, it's okay to take a break and stuff, but when you've been gifted this beautiful brain to make use of it and to kind of influence the world and to change lives of yourself and other people, why would you not do that? So they also say that the home that you're in, and you intend to own, the money you intend to earn, and the place in the bank, the trip that you intend to take, and everything are all affordable and stuff. But the point is, if you're not happy, then these materialistic things are not